One of the biggest problems we have in our society these days is overweight people, obese people who can barely do anything for themselves. They have to call ambulances to their home to cut them out because they can't fit through the doorways. It really becomes a hazard to yourself. And I really try to persuade people to live a healthier life and eat healthier because I work in the medical field and I see a lot of patients coming in who can't clean themselves and take care of themselves properly, who eventually have even worse problems than they would if they would have taken care of themselves beforehand. Um, I personally like to live a pretty healthy life, eat healthy, because I want to be able to spend time with my family. I don't want when I have kids. I don't want to have problems being able to take them outside in the yard and playing around without getting out of breath. You have kids that are running around 3 years old, over 100 pounds, and it really shouldn't be that way. Some people made bad choices along the way, eating out every night, not really thinking about what they're putting into their body, and it can really lead to a serious problem later in life. Um, Living healthier every day, making decisions. If you're not sure of what to eat, you can go onto the websites. There's a lot of health websites that will tell you what are good to put in your body. Um, just by eating more vegetables, fruits and vegetables every day, help clean your colon, get some of that waste out. You definitely do not want to eat out all the time. McDonald's, Burger King, worst places you could go. I mean, it's just not good for you. It's just more grease you put into your body, more fat, bad for your heart. I mean, there's just nothing good about going to get a double cheeseburger from McDonald's with a large fry and a large sweet tea. I mean, it tastes delicious, one of the best things you ever eat, but it's just not that good for you. If you want to eat out, go to somewhere like Subway. They have ham and turkey, throw all the vegetables you want on there, a little bit of light mayo, you're good to go. I mean, it's satisfying, fill you up, but still you don't have all the extra carbs and fats and grease, that will eventually harm you. Your heart especially. It's one of the worst things you could do. Um, Eating at home, cooking your meals, planning ahead, definitely helps. It goes a long way because you can keep up with your calories, keep up with your carbs, your fats that you're putting into your body, how many calories you need to burn off by exercising to equal out. It's a lot of information to go over, but there are plenty of websites out there that will help you, get the diet that you need. Um, some of the right and wrong things you can eat. Sweets are really bad for you. A lot of people blame it all on the carbs, and that's what makes you fat. But really, it's the sweets. It gets stored up in your body, and then eventually turns to fat because it doesn't use all that sugar that you put in there. Carbs, they're more easily able to be broken down. Um, your body does store some of them, but it won't put as much weight on you as sugar will. So sweets, cupcakes. Don't go to Gigi's. Splurge every now and then. It's a great thing to do, but try to stay away from sweets as much as you can. Um, it's probably one of the biggest things. Carbs, like I said, they're not as bad for you, but you definitely, you don't want to go out and eat pizza every night or spaghetti and fettuccine alfredo. As delicious as it may sound, it's just not. It's not worth it in the end. But you do want to splurge every now and then, so that way you don't, eventually just explode and go crazy eating whatever you want to, because it will happen. I've seen it happen to many people, and it ends up turning worse than it would have before. Um, Exercising is a really big thing. Some people think that you have to go to the gym and you have to take all these supplements and everything, but really, you don't have to take any of that. You don't have to take any supplements. You don't have to go every night. You don't have to work out for an hour, 2 hours a night. You can switch it up. You go one day a week, yeah, that's fine. But really, you want to try to go 3 or 4 days a week. 30 minutes, 45 minutes, that's great. You go in, you do 15 minutes, aerobics, do some running, jump rope, biking, whatever it takes. Do a little bit of resistance training with bands, or you could do weight training. Some women think that you're going to bulk up and put a bunch of muscle mass on, but really that's probably the best thing you can do to reduce the body fat that you have and get more tone. You're not going to get 20 pounds of muscle put on you like a lot of people think. But anyways, you go 3 or 4 days a week, and 30, 45 minutes at most. You don't have to be there long periods of times, so it's pretty easy to plan. Even if you're at home and you just want to go running for about 20 minutes, 4 days a week, that's great. Do a little bit of resistance training at home, push-ups, sit-ups, easy things like that, just to get your blood flowing, get your heart, racing a little bit. It's just really good for you. Stress is really bad for your body. I know I work at at the hospital, so I go through a lot of stress in the ER, dealing with a lot of patients, and it can really harm your body, especially your heart. And that's one of the main organs you do not want to hurt. We see a lot of heart patients coming in because of stress and because of things they've eaten that they shouldn't have eaten. And I really try to persuade people to just try to watch how much stress you put on your body. Find ways like doing yoga. Yoga is a really good way to reduce stress. Listening to certain types of music, that make you feel better, or just not even worry what people say or do or anything like that. Just kind of move on with your day, and just go to work, do your job, and get it over with. Try not to deal with it. Try to focus on happier things, I guess you could say. Um, Living healthier is very beneficial to you and your family. You want to spend time with your loved ones, your grandchildren, your wife or husband, fiance, whoever it may be that you want to spend the rest of your life with, or you want to spend time with. You want to be healthier so you can go out and do more things with them. If you're 100 pounds overweight, you're not going to feel like going to the ballpark and watching your son play a baseball game or throwing the ball around with him or things like that. You're more than likely just kind of want to sit home. You're going to go to work and come home and you're probably going to eat. And then you're going to sit there and watch the TV or something and probably go to bed, fall asleep on the couch or something, not even take a shower because you're so tired. So, you really want to try to take care of yourself now, or at least start taking care of yourself now so you don't have those problems later on in life. You don't want to die 20 years before you really should because of all those cheeseburgers you're eating from McDonald's. Why would you take that risk? It's just not worth it. You just really kind of want to watch what you put into your body because in the end it can catch up to you. And probably one of the biggest things you can do, the biggest reasons why you need to worry about living a healthier life is because of your loved ones. Maybe you don't care as much, but they really do care, and they really don't want to see anything happen to you. Eating healthier and working out and everything, it can make you feel more confident, make you feel better about yourself. This gives you kind of like a sense of accomplishment because you're doing something good for yourself. Other people are noticing and giving you compliments. One of the biggest things you can do, to get compliments is work out and let other people see a change in you. And you're looking good today. Like you dropped about 20 pounds. It makes you feel real good. It makes you want to move on and do more instead of just sitting around and like, I'll wait till next Monday and then I'll start. Because you probably won't. You're probably gonna wait till the next Monday after that to do it, and you're just never going to do it. It's never gonna actually happen. Um, Doing at least, like I said, 30, 45 minutes of working out, 3 to 4 days a week, be great for you to start off with. Maybe you want to move up and you want to try something more. Some people even do 6 to 7 days. I think that's too much. You're working your body way too much. You need some rest days. Give your muscles time to relax and recover. You really don't want to do that, especially starting off first. 3 or 4 days is great. The purpose of my speech is to persuade you to want to live a healthier life. Maybe you do now and you want to find different ways to live a healthier life or a diet, and you're not sure how to do it. Go to some of the websites. Go to Google. Google healthy diets, healthy fitness regimens, things like that, and you'll find plenty of regimens you can follow to help start or move on to something better or whatever it is. But there are things out there and people that are dedicated to helping you do this online. Sixpackshortcuts.com is one of the best places I've ever been to help get advice and things like that. It's great. If you want to look it up, it's sixpackshortcut.com. Best place you can go. My main point was to help you better understand why it's better to live a healthier life instead of waiting until next week or the week after to do it. Start now. Start when you can instead of waiting because it might be too late. One of my favorite quotes is by Thomas Carlyle. It is, "He who has health has hope, and he who has hope has everything." And that's a really big statement to me. So hopefully take consideration of my persuasive speech, and hopefully it does well for you.